Yo, what up? What I got for you guys today is I basically want to share one of my experiences with you in regards to Japan and the culture that has inspired me to making this video. So my journey began back in 2016 when I first visited Japan. And I remember arriving there at about 10 o'clock p.m. And the first thing I did was I took a train from Hinata Airport down to Akihabara. And I'm gonna tell you guys something. I rode my skateboard around and I thought I had died and went to otaku heaven. I was so excited that I ended up staying up most of the night. And then I stayed at a random hotel next to the Bandai building in Asakusa. And the first thing I noticed when I was arriving was that just about every other sign was written in Japanese and English. So for me, there was no immediate effort to learn Japanese. I did not have to. I ended up staying in Japan for 2 weeks and I got by with just English. I ended up going to Japan another time in 2017 for 2 weeks and I had just about the same experience. Fast forward to today and I'm on a mission to learn Japanese. In starting this journey, I have combined my love of anime, specifically the movies by Makoto Shinkai, Your Name and Weathering With You. I also picked up the Genki version 3 Japanese learning book to focus on pronunciation and identification of the Japanese language. And lately, while I've been watching the films Your Name and Weathering With You, I'm realizing that I have been to a lot of the locations in those movies. So I ended up ordering the Genki version 3 book and I'm on the greetings section and it's really motivated me to make this video and share my journey of learning Japanese with you. Alright, so the journey begins with these easy to remember greetings. The first greeting I want to go over is Ohayo gozaimasu. So Ohayo gozaimasu is the formal way of saying good morning to somebody. It's also the polite way to say it. So as an example, if I were walking into the convenience store, the konbini in Japan, let's just say Lawson, 7-Eleven, or Family Mart to get a cup of coffee in the morning, I would say Ohayo gozaimasu to the store clerk. More than likely, the store clerk would say that to you before you even have a chance to say it. They usually say it for to people that are walking into the store. Ohayo gozaimasu. That is something you'll hear. So for the clip that I have for you guys, Mitsuha is having breakfast with her grandma and her little sister, and you're gonna hear over the intercom one of the locals having a morning announcement. And in the morning announcement, you're gonna hear them say Ohayo gozaimasu, right? And they're saying that because they're saying it politely. They don't know exactly who's listening, so they have to be formal.
昨日はやばかったもんな。
ちょっと何？皆様、
おはようございます。町役場から朝のお知らせです。
Alright, for this greeting, it's Ohayo, and this is the casual form of saying good morning. So for this form of Ohayo, you would use it with friends or family, classmates, people you do business with normally, or casual acquaintances. Alright, so for these 3 clips that I have examples from the movie Your Name. And the first example is Mitsuha saying good morning to her family, which is appropriate to say Ohayo in the casual way. The second one is where she greets her friends, and they actually all greet each other with just the word Ohayo. And then the third example is where you'll see Mitsuha walking into her class telling everybody Ohayo, which is totally appropriate use of this greeting.
おはよう。
おはよう。お姉ちゃん、遅い。
明日は私が作るでね。
水葉。
おはよう。さやちん、てっし。
おはよう。
お前早く降りろ。
いいんけち。
重いんやさ。
失礼やな。あんたたち。おはよう。
So this next greeting is konnichiwa, and konnichiwa means good afternoon. An appropriate time to say konnichiwa is in the afternoon after 12 o'clock. So the previous greeting that we learned was Ohayo and Ohayo gozaimasu. Now we're learning konnichiwa, which means good afternoon. Again, it is appropriate to use konnichiwa in the afternoon after 12. For this clip, I was able to find another example from the movie Your Name. Here you will see Sayaka and Tessie sitting down on a bench. And as they're sitting down, you will see a nearby villager driving by on her moped. And as she drives by, she says konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Nani ga cafe ya sa?
For our fourth greeting, we have arigato gozaimasu. And arigato gozaimasu is just the formal way of saying thank you. So you would say this to people that you're not familiar with, superiors, and it's more for the formal setting. I'll give you an example of when I've heard arigato gozaimasu while I was in Japan. I remember when I would go to the convenience store, the konbini, and after I was done purchasing my items and they would give me the money on the little tray, they would always say arigato gozaimasu. So that means thank you in a polite way. And for the example, my video clip here, I have it from Weathering With You, and this is where Hodaka is being saved by Suga. And he said this is the first time that he's meeting him, and he says arigato gozaimasu. For our fifth and final greeting, we have arigato. Arigato is the casual way of saying thank you. You would say arigato to a close friend, a family member, or close acquaintances, even people you would normally do business with, or people you come into contact with frequently. For the clips, I found a few clips from Your Name, where Mitsuha is saying thank you or arigato to her family, and one of them where Taki is also saying arigato.
飲みない。
ありがとう。次私も。
うん、それも結び。
あ、
なんかあるか？
卵コロッケサンドにしようぜ。
ありがとう。
放課後カフェ行かね。
まあ例のいいね。
Arigato gozaimasu. Thank you very much for joining me on my journey and for watching this video till the very end. Itekimasu.
ありがとう。ありがとうございます。ありがとう。
ありがとう。
ありがとう。本当にありがとう。
ただの空模様にこんなにも気持ちは動くんだ。人の心は空につながっているんだと僕は初めて知った。行ってきます。